Hey you all, and welcome back to my channel. In today's video we are replacing our frontal. We are not buying a new wig, we are simply replacing the frontal. I've had this wig for over 4 years now, and it is time to replace the frontal. All you have to do is cut off the frontal and replace it with a new frontal, but you have to be very careful while cutting off this particular frontal. What I'm just doing is now is I don't want to cut off the cap. The cap is more important than the frontal right now because we don't need the frontal any longer. And for those of you that want to use the frontal for other things, fine. You can be careful while cutting the frontal, but right now I don't need the frontal anymore. The frontal has served its purpose and now it's time to go. So right now I'm just placing the frontal back on the mannequin head for me to cut it off gradually. I'm just trying all my possible best not to rip um the net. Can you see right there? So you don't want to do that. You don't want to rip the net. You want to focus and cut off the frontal gradually. I'm so sure I was playing Afrobeat. Yeah, definitely I was playing Afrobeat. So I was just doing the little cheeky dance. And I was done taking off the frontal. The frontal is quite small though. But yeah, this is me trying to put on the wig pack, and let's just see. So this is a frontal I got from the market, and it's not a really HD or a transparent lace frontal, but it's gonna do the job. I want this wig as my I think my plain wig or my gym wig. I don't know. I'm gonna wear an airband with the wig. So I think I wanted to bleach the lace, bleach the frontal before wigging, and I told myself, you know what, I'm just gonna wig, then bleach the frontal afterwards. You can equally do it as you want. You can bleach the lace, then make the wig, or make the wig, then bleach the frontal after all. So right now I'm threading my needle, and you might wonder, oh, why am I showing you how to thread a needle? Trust me, threading a needle to make a wig is different from threading a needle to sew a dress. So, right now I'm just taking the wig itself and folding it into two. I want the middle, yeah, that's what I want. I want that part, the middle part, and stick it onto my mannequin head because you honestly need the center in everything you are doing at this point. So there is a line there. There's a line on your mannequin head. Yeah, I'm sorry, mine is a bit it's dirty, yeah. So there is that line there. You just put the wig cap on it. I said the wig cap, the wig on it, and use your T-pin to pin it down. Go to the side, pin it down, and you go to the other side and pin it down as well. And make sure your wig is secured on the wig head. You can put the hair back, definitely put the hair back or tie it in the band. But your T-pin is essential. I realized it was not really lined up straight, and I want it to line up straight. Don't forget, this is the foundation of your new frontal. So you just have to make sure you're pinning it down properly. I wanted to make use of 3 pins to pin down um all my wig, but right now I'm gonna be using at least 6 pins so that I can pin it down perfectly. Yeah, can you see that part? I realized it was too forward, so I had to remove the pin and put it backwards because it was just coming too much to the front. Now we have a perfect layout, the perfect foundation to now install or to sew on the frontal onto. Yeah, that's down again. I pinned it down like 6 times. I used 60 pins in total. Is it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5? Okay, I used 5 T-pins in total to just secure everything down. And this is the front I'm working with today. Unfortunately, I got this frontal in the market and I don't have the link to it. So you can easily check Amazon, or you can check anywhere to get a frontal. Now again, we are going into pleating it into middle. Did I just say that correctly? But we need the middle, but this time around we need the back of the frontal, not the front of the frontal, because right now we are dealing with the back of the frontal. So I make sure I got the perfect center pattern for the frontal. Now that I've folded it into two, I'm going to take the tip, yeah, right there. So I'm going to take the tip and pin it onto that particular straight line. That's why I told you it's so important for you to get the straight line. Make sure you don't forget that so your frontal doesn't go one side or the other side. The straight line is so important. The center line is so important. You make sure it's sitting right in the frontal. So I took out the pin to pin down the frontal with it. And mind you, you don't have to do this. You can take another C pin and pin it with it, but I just decided to take out the previous one I was using so I can use the same T pin for the both of them. So I secured that in. Can you see? Now it's secured. I went to the side. I pinned that. I just followed the same structure of my foundation. My foundation, I use 5 pins, and right now I'm going to be using the all 5 pins to pin out the frontal. And do not rush this process, do not skip this process. You just make sure you secure the frontal perfectly. Can you see this is how it's gonna sit on your head? So that's why we needed the middle part so bad. I went on to the other section and I'm gonna be pulling. Yeah, I'm gonna be pulling and the stitches all. That was a struggle, bro. I was trying to pin it down and it was just, coming off. It was a struggle. But you just make sure you pin it down, pin that girl down. So, the other part here, can you see? I was unable to pin it well because if I had pinned it that way, it won't have gotten to the other side. The other side we had a little bit of opening. So I decided to go back in and pin it again. Yeah, now we have that laid out perfectly. Can you see? And the other side is not as difficult or does not have a wider opening for me. Now I'm just pinning. Now your hot comb is actually essential. You're gonna use your hot comb, the back of your hot comb, to hold the air. So we don't want part of the air on the front are going onto the back of the air. Then when you're stitching, it's not clear. You're stitching with the air, you're stitching with the net, you're just stitching with everything. So the hot comb helps you move the hair in the direction you want it. And we want this hair to go to the front because we are actually going to be stitching it right now. I use the band and I pack that to the front to give me a cleaner surface to work with. Now let's start the stitching. So you go back to the center as well, the middle. You go back to it, put your needle through the wig and the frontal. So you're putting it through the wig itself. Can you see that particular place? Then the frontal, you pick the wig and the frontal and you stitch them together. It's honestly so easy when you are patient with it. If this is your first time, it's fine. It is so easy. Then you tag and you sew to the back. And you see I'm putting it to the back, not to the front. Then we are going in again. This is a close-up shot. You put it in, then you go in again. The first one, which is the wig, and the second one, which is the frontal. Then you what? You stitch it up together. One, two, then you pull it to the back. Yeah, just like that. I'll let you guys watch and enjoy the whole process of stitching. When you're done cutting, you split the thread into two, then you will make a knot. Then you just make sure it's tight and that's it. One and two, and that's it. So what I was showing you right there is that you should not stitch from side to side. You should stitch from middle to side. Then you cut it off and come back to the middle and stitch to the second side. So you don't go from the beginning and you stitch it straight. No, you go in the middle, then you stitch to the left, then you cut it off and you come back, then stitch to the right. You get. Now we can see the older end of the wig, that particular place I'm holding. I'm not going to be stitching it down because I'm going to be cutting it off. So you don't have to worry about it, and we're just going to cut that off and we are fine. Now that we are done with our frontal stitching, you're just going to tie that out, and I can assure you you are done replacing your old frontal with a new one. This is going to last you another 2 3 years. And what I'm going to do next is put the band has to make the wig secured, and you're gonna see the band placement. So let me just show you what we just did because we did this together, and now I can assure you you can do this all by yourself as well. Just follow the steps, follow the process. Do not skip, do not rush, do not be in an ace. Don't just rush and just do whatever you want to do. Follow the pattern, follow the middle, and this is what we are having. Can you see the stitch is done properly? And now we have a new wig. We literally have a new wig. We literally have a brand new wig. Now I'm just gonna do the band. What's it called? Okay, I'm gonna stitch the band with it. So I'm just gonna place it side by side. You can place it anyhow. I just love placing mine side by side. It's easier for me that way. What am I showing you guys there? I honestly don't know. Oh, okay. So we're going to place it side by side, and after this, I'm going to bleach the knots. It's gonna be a detailed process. I'm gonna bleach the knots. I'll revamp the wig. Don't forget, this is a very old wig. I've not worn it in a year, and I'll revamp the wig. I'll tie it. I'll do a lot of process. I'll plug but that will be in the second part. So I'm dividing this video into two parts. This is the part one, and we'll be having the part two soon. I'm sure I'm almost done with it and I'll be posting it soon. Thank you so much for watching this video, and make sure you watch the part two as well. Thank you. And make sure you subscribe. Don't forget to subscribe, brother. And do not forget to give me a like, subscribe, and I will see you in the second part of the video.